Hi, I'm Sandra from freedomsuccesscoaching.com. Welcome to another video blog. Today I want to talk about self-sabotage and how you can use tapping to help you with self-sabotage. But what is self-sabotage? We hear it a lot. People talk about it a lot. People talk about it all the time. I'm sabotaging myself. It's the inner saboteur. But what is the inner saboteur? Is it really something inside you that's deliberately trying to sabotage what it is that you're wanting to achieve? Or is it something else that's going on underneath? And from what we know of the way people think, the way we process and our programming, the saboteur isn't really a nasty little gremlin that lives inside of us that is stopping us from achieving what we want to achieve. It's not the evil ego. It's not evil at all. In fact, it's there because it's actually being programmed to be there to actually help you, to keep you safe. And that's what sabotage is all about. When you were a child, you developed certain mechanisms in your psychology to keep you safe as you were growing up in your tribe, your family, your schooling, the world around you as a child. And you learned as a child that if you do something that upsets your parents, you get into trouble. You may even get a smack, which means you end up getting hurt if you do something that goes against what the tribe wants for you. And every time we are reprimanded as children, every time we might get physically punished for something, or even just verbally spoken to, it sets up a mechanism whereby we try to protect ourselves from that happening again. And that's what develops later on in life into that saboteur. Because what keeps us safe as children, what keeps us safe in our families, no matter how wonderful your family is, no matter how you might have the best parents in the whole wide world, there is always going to be conflict between what the child wants and what the parents want. Because you know, what children want isn't always good for them. It's not always safe for them. So you need to have parents there who are telling them to not touch the stove, to not walk out in front of a car and things like that. So even though your parents are trying to protect you from yourself as you're a child, sometimes the way that the child interprets that is that they're going to get into trouble if they do that. They don't realize it's because they're going to die if they do that, or hurt themselves if they do that. So it's not necessarily always your parents' fault, it's just the way our brain works, and it's just the way our nervous system is set up. So we're not looking to blame anybody here, we're just looking to change what needs to be changed so that your reactions as an adult aren't the same as the ones that you had as a child, because you don't need to react to the world the same way as an adult. So the saboteur is just that programming that we had as children that kept us safe and functioning as children, that's carried over into adult life because we haven't changed it to suit our adult life. And the way that we can do that is through tapping and realizing that our subconscious mind, our nervous system, our body can keep us safe at the same time that we want to achieve what it is that we want to achieve. It's just allowing that to be working in cooperation with what you want rather than against what you want. So it's about asking your nervous system basically to keep you safe in a new way, a different way. Because it's always going to want to keep you safe. The ego is always going to want to keep you safe. That's what it's here for. That's what it's designed to do. It's not evil. It's not out to get you. It's not interfering with your spiritual progress. It is here to keep you physically safe while you are in your body. And we need to respect that and work with it and allow it to come on board to support us in what we are wanting to do as adults in our life. So having said all of that, let's do some very general tapping on the safety thing that's going on. This is going to be very general. If you have anything specific, please put your own words into this. I'm doing it very, very, very generally and trying to cover what the majority of people experience. If you have something that's more specific to you, try to bring that into the tapping. And this is where it's great to work one-on-one with somebody so that you can get more specific about what it is that you're doing. But for now, let's try and see what that inner saboteur, that part of you that's trying to keep you safe, that just needs the new direction in life now to keep you safe in a new way, what it's up to and how you can reprogram it to work for you. So even though I have this part of me that just stops me in my tracks from doing what it is that I want to do, from succeeding, and it feels like it's working against me, I'm just going to honour how I feel right now. Even though I have this inner saboteur that just seems to be going against me all the time. It makes me tired, makes me fatigued. It stops me from doing what it is that I need to do to move forward. I'm just going to honour where I am right now. Even though I have this inner saboteur. And it feels like it's some kind of little evil gremlin that's trying to stop me from succeeding, working against me. I'm just going to honour it right now and try to understand what it's trying to do. This inner saboteur, sabotaging my success, the fatigue, the procrastination, the giving in. It's like an invisible force that I can't control. It's like a separate part of me. It's like a part of me that just comes out of nowhere. It stops me in my tracks, ruins everything for me, causes me to say the wrong things to the wrong people. It stops me from saying the right things to the right people. It stops me from doing things that I need to do. It can stop me from taking action. Sometimes it encourages me to take the wrong action. It's like this other force inside me. And no matter what I do, it stops me in my tracks. And I don't like it. I don't like it. I feel the tension in my body when I think about this inner saboteur. Feel the tension in my body. And sometimes I just feel so helpless. So helpless. It's like sometimes a time bomb waiting to explode. Something good happens, something's working out for me. And bang, it all blows up in my face. Oh, this part of me. This old part of me. This old part of me that's been with me since childhood. It kept me safe as a child. It kept me safe in the world as a child. It kept me safe in my tribe. It protected me back then. And it still thinks it's protecting me now. And I'd like to change that because it's not. This inner saboteur, I'd like to reprogram it. I'd like it to keep me safe, do its job. I still want it to keep me safe. I just like it to keep me safe and for me to achieve that success. To keep me safe and for me to be able to do what it is that I want to do, that I need to do. I want it to keep me safe and have what it is that I want at the same time. Oh, that would be really, really good. Because that's its job, to keep me safe. And if I was to have a conversation with it right now, I would ask it to keep keeping me safe while I also achieve the change, while I also achieve the things I really want to achieve. And ask it what it thinks about that, what it feels about that. Instead of fighting it, instead of getting upset about this inner saboteur, what if I make it an ally? What if I give it that new task? Give it that new task of keeping me safe. That new task of keeping me safe while I also achieve what I want to achieve in my adult life. Make friends with it. Give it a new job. Because it's good at what it does. So I'm just going to see what I need to have, what I need to do, what it wants, so that I can move forward, so that my inner ally, can keep me safe, while I also achieve what it is that I want to achieve. And at the slightest hint of danger, it can stop me in my tracks and let me know I'm in trouble. It would be good to have an ally like that. To turn my inner saboteur into an inner ally. And taking a deep breath in and letting it out. So it is about turning that inner saboteur into an inner ally, because it's no good beating yourself up or beating that part of you up that's trying to keep you safe, that's programmed to keep you safe. It's no point beating it up, and because it just creates more conflict and you don't get anywhere. It's like running around chasing a tail. It's about getting in contact with it, finding out what it's keeping you safe from, and then negotiating with it to see whether to ask it to keep you safe while you also do what it is that you want to be doing as an adult, because you're an adult now and you don't need to be kept safe in the same way as you did when you were a child. So that was tapping on the inner saboteur, turning it into an inner ally. I'm Sandra from freedomsuccesscoaching.com. I will see you on the next video.